Hello, everybody. My name's Jonathan, and welcome to Barely Unboxed. Happy Halloween! Today is officially Halloween, and I'm wearing a outfit that I kind of pieced together with parts from previous years' costumes, and I love it. I think it's awesome. I feel like I look like I belong in the past, I don't know, during the witch trials era or something. I love it. So this is my costume. I'm basically a male witch. I guess we could say a warlock or whatever. But it's very fitting for what we are going to be unboxing today. So I have this package. I ordered these a year ago. Mattel released the Hocus Pocus Monster High Skullector doll set with all three of the Sanderson Sisters. And then it arrived in December, and a lot of people did reviews on it as soon as they got it, but I was just in Christmas mode and didn't even want to bother unboxing it. I opened the flap, but I have actually not taken it out of here. You can see through the tissue paper, you can see the box. So I have no idea what they even look like in person. I've seen pictures. I actually never watched a review video for these, I don't think, because I wanted to experience it all myself come Halloween this year. So let me try to get this out of here. It is awkward. Here is this gigantic box. It has this fancy tissue paper. So let's go ahead and undo that. They really package these so fancy. It just feels like you're getting something expensive. Because they are. Skullector dolls tend to be pricey. I did order the Xenomorph Skullector doll. And unfortunately, I ordered it on the third chance. And it's not going to be here until next year in the summertime. At the latest, probably. Or hopefully sooner, but... Alright, tissue paper. Look at this packaging. This is gorgeous. It's glossy where they are and where the name is, and it's even raised. You can feel the Disney Hocus Pocus. And then it says, from the makers of Monster High Skullector down here at the bottom. But look at that. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. It has the three of them on the side. And then on this side it just says Disney Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is one of my all-time favorite movies, period. Favorite Halloween movie? Yes, definitely. But favorite movie, period. I have a very short list of movies that I've watched many, 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 many times, and Hocus Pocus is one of those. Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal, The Goonies. What else is there? So many movies I can't even think of all. Oh, Disney's Sleeping Beauty, the original animated one. Disney's The Black Cauldron, a very obscure movie that a lot of people might not know about. I love it. But anyway, getting off topic. So here's the back of the box, and you can see the three of them flying in the air. And what's funny about this is it's from the second movie. Because this right here is Mary riding around on the Roombas. And I love the second movie, but not nearly as much as the first movie. I think the first movie is perfection, and I love the kid actors in it. Thora Birch is just awesome in it. So she plays Danny. And then you can see there's a little black cat, and that is Thackeray Banks, who the witches curse to be a cat. All right, so that we will unveil them. We will unveil them here in just a few moments, but I also just recently, in fact yesterday, I went out inspired by Chad Marvelous. If you want to see his review of this doll, I will put a link to his video because he also reviews a couple other of the Disney ily dolls at the same time. But I just picked up this because it's very fitting for today's video. This is the I Heart Hocus Pocus doll. And it has this adorable artwork of the 3 Sanderson sisters and then cats. So I'm assuming that's Binks. And this doll is just gorgeous. I do not own a single Disney ily doll. I always meant to get one. There was I think it was an I Heart Ursula doll that I really, really thought was gorgeous, and I did not pick her up because she was like purple themed, and I love purple, obviously. That's why Sarah is probably my favorite of the Sanderson sisters because she wears a lot of purple. But anyway, I had to pick this doll up. I got this at Walmart. They had 2 of them on the shelf, so I went through and looked at both of them, and I picked the one I thought looked the best. And so here's the barcode for this one. If you want to look for it, I will try to put a link to this. This, unfortunately, is not available unless you buy it secondhand, so I'm not even going to bother putting a link to it. I feel very lucky to even have this with the way that Mattel's their Skullector dolls. I don't know if I said Skultimate Secrets earlier, and if I did, I meant to say Skullector. But here is the back, and these are the other dolls, and Chad picked up the I Heart Maleficent doll as well as the I Heart The Nightmare Before Christmas doll, which are both very cute. I'm very tempted to get the Maleficent one because Maleficent is from one of my favorite Disney movies, and I love her. She's my favorite villain. But for now, I'm just picking this one up because I want to display her along with the Sanderson sisters because I think it'll just look so cool. And I love this original outfit that she's in. The second outfit's okay. I kind of want to see what she looks like with this skirt instead of the pants, but I'll probably try that, and along with the boots, because the boots are really cool. I think that would look really cool, especially because then she would represent all 3 witches. She would be green for Winifred, red for Mary, and then purple for Sarah, and then the cat bag of Binks. Yeah, I think it's just so cool. We're going to unbox her first because I think it won't take as long. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. I've never unboxed one of these dolls before. And then we will take a look at them. But before we do any of the actual unboxing, I do want to do this reveal. So here, let's try to get the other side going. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's Mary, and there's Sarah. Wow. Okay. You can see everything on my desk because of the glare. Okay, I have to look at these. Wow. Okay, so I feel like Sarah is wearing a lot of red, and I don't remember her wearing a lot of red in the movie, but Winnie has a lot of purple and green, and I love purple and green. And then Mary has the purple in her hair. Oh my gosh, these are so gorgeous. Oh, and then you do get little Binks up here. All right, so I'm going to try to take this plastic off because the glare is just so much. I want to see it without the glare. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. And there they are without the glare. Oh my gosh. Wow. The backdrop is their home, which in the movie you see that it's been turned into a museum about witchcraft in Salem. So, wow. These are so gorgeous. And their hair feels really nice, even if it does have a lot of hair gel and stuff on it. The screenings on mine look absolutely perfect. That makes me so happy since I waited so long to unbox it. Okay. All right. So, and there's them next to each other. This Disney doll is really tall. I think the size on these is taller than a usual Monster High or Barbie doll, which is interesting to me. So, I think we are going to unbox her first. So I'm going to go ahead and get her out of the packaging, and then we'll take a look at her while they wait their turn, because I just want to kind of savor them. Yeah, I just want to savor them in the box for part of this video because they just look so good. And I can see they do come with doll stands, and that makes me super, super happy. I don't think these come with a doll stand, so I'll have to find one. I'm going to get her out of the box, and then we will take a look. It took a little bit of effort to get her out of that box. I've never opened one of those boxes before, and it was very weird. There was just like no indication of where to start. There was, like with a lot of dolls, you can see there's tape. There was absolutely no tape. It was all just kind of glued together and slotted together, but I figured it out. There was tape on the inside, I should say. But anyway, she is amazing. I'm a little worried that now that I bought one, that I'm going to want to buy more. But I do love redheads, and she has green eyes, and I did find her a stand. This is one of my typical Monster High doll stands that I like to use, and it worked for her. So here she is up close, and you can see she does have green eyes. She has this sort of kind of like smirk on her face, and I think that's super adorable. Her hair is so soft. This is nylon hair, I believe. I think Chad Marvelous mentioned that they usually have nylon hair, and he said this one does, and it does feel really good. It feels really nice. Like Rainbow High dolls usually have nylon hair, and it kind of has that same feel to it. It could use a wash because it is a little messy. I'm probably just going to leave her as is for now because I don't want to have to redo her hairstyle because it is pulled back here. I had to fix it a little bit out of box. So she has this headband that's purple with stars and moons on it. It's really pretty. And then here's a close-up of her face as I pull her headband off her head. Oops. Let me fix that. There we go. I think I got it fixed. Okay, so there is the close-up of her beautiful face. And she does have earrings, and they're just simple little gold earrings with moons on them, which match the headdress. I'll just go ahead and show her purse because it keeps falling off. So this is Binks as a purse, and it says Illy on the back. It's very cute. It has a really nice paint detail to it, and it opens. There's a little like latch on the top that just kind of opens, and you can actually put something in there. Like you could put, she doesn't come with anything really to put in there, but you could put like a cell phone in there, you know, or your lipstick if you had a little mini one for her, from like the mini brands or something. So let's go down the rest of her outfit. So she has this little camisole on that's green, and it says "Gather Round Sisters." I love that. And it has artwork of the three of the sisters. It's Mary and Winifred and Sarah Sanderson. And then she has these really cool bell-bottom kind of jeans with a spiderweb detail on the bottom here and at the top. And it even has a little tag that says ily on it. I think that's so cool. And then she has a belt, and it has hands on it casting a spell, I think. There's like a sparkle between the hands. And that's a separate plastic piece. And you can see in the back here, it does come off. And there's our first little hidden Mickey symbol. So the whole thing with these Disney ily dolls is they often have little Mickey symbols hidden somewhere in their clothing. Often multiple times. And there might be one in here, I think, on her overcoat. But it does have spider webs, and it has Binks. You can see Binks is right here. Just kind of patterned all over. Let me see if I can find the hidden Mickey. There's also cauldrons on here, and crescent moons. And what else is there? I don't know if... Oh, stars. There's stars on it. I have a feeling there is a hidden Mickey somewhere on here, and I'm just not seeing it. And I don't want to take the whole video looking for this hidden Mickey. But it's got to be on here somewhere, right? I don't know. Well, if I find it later, I will point it out. I'll maybe take a picture. So her overcoat is actually sewn to her fingers right now, and I'm just going to leave that like that at the moment. But I will need to undo that to try on her second outfit, because I do want to try on the second outfit. I think it looks really cute. So the last piece of clothing that she has is her shoes. And I think these are like mules or something. They're okay. I think they look really good with the pants over top of them. But once you lift it up, you're like, oh, that's the type of shoe it is. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like these second pair outfit, the second pair of boots with the second outfit a lot better. So let's see, is there any other hidden Mickeys? So far, that looks like it's the only one that I found on the belt. There's probably some on the other clothing. So as far as articulation goes, this is my first time reviewing or even holding a Disney ily doll. So they do have the head tilt, and it can turn. They have the shoulder joint that can only go up about that high, but it does spin, so you can get a little better range of motion. And then the elbow bends almost at a 90-degree angle, but not quite, and it actually bends backwards a little bit. And I think the elbow spins, yep. And then the hand has articulation too. So it can go up and down and spin around. And then they can probably sit, and it's not too bad. They can sit about like that. And then they have knee articulation, and the knees also have a rotation on them. And they even have ankle articulation, and the foot can spin around too. So it's kind of ratchety. A lot of the joints are ratchety, which I really like. So I'm going to put her back on the doll stand while we look at her second outfit. All right, so let's put her over here. Actually, I'm trying to put her somewhere where she's not blocking the view of the Sanderson sisters, but she's kind of in my way. So we're just going to have to block Winifred, because she kind of looks like Winifred. So, all right. So, as far as the second outfit goes, she gets a t-shirt, and it says, "I put a spell on you," and there's a hidden Mickey right there. It's very cool. And I like the t-shirt because it looks like it's old, and like she cut the collar. It's like an old t-shirt. And then she has this really, like, it's really thin fabric. It's very delicate feeling. This purple skirt that has ribbon details sewn on, but then the ribbons that go up are actually printed on, and there's Binks. There's little Binks all over this. And there might even be a hidden Mickey somewhere in here. If anybody sees a hidden Mickey that I miss, leave a comment down below. And then she comes with these awesome boots, these like knee-high boots. These are really cool. They look like very witchy boots. And they have brooms molded on both sides. Okay, you are getting in the way of the camera there. So they have like a broom. Please, do you see that? It's on both sides, well, on both boots on the same side, or the opposite side, I should say. And then the bottoms have a really cool design. They have Binks and a crescent moon, and then it says ily on it. That's really cool. I didn't look at the bottom of these. Okay, they have spider webs on the bottom of the mules. Get the camera to focus on that. There we go. They have like spider webs, which is really cool. It's on both soles, on both bottoms. All right, and then this outfit comes with its own purse, and it just says Hocus Pocus, and it's a cauldron. And it has the ily logo on the back, which is pretty cool. I love that they put like a lot of detail into these. It has like a brown strap, and you can even open it up on the top a little bit, I think. Yeah, I would not put anything in there though, because it's really tough to even open that. So it's just kind of functional, but not really. So, and then the last piece that she gets with that second outfit is this really cool crescent moon necklace that has, if I can get the camera to even focus on it, it has Winifred on her broom flying in front of the moon. That is so cool. I kind of just want to give that to her as is, because she kind of looks like she needs a necklace. Yeah, that looks cool. I think we'll just do that. It's awesome. And then the very last item you get is a Mickey ring that is looks like it's like a gemstone. Because I think all of the Jakks Pacific ily dolls come with a ring in a different color. It's really cool. It kind of goes with her color of her overcoat, and it actually kind of goes with my jacket, which is really cool. Maybe I'll wear it. Oh man. Okay. It does stretch, so I can actually wear it on my pinky. Okay. I don't know if it'll stay on there, but now I have a cool ring to go with my warlock outfit. Okay. Now I want to try on her second outfit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just wanted to point out she has painted underwear that matches her overcoat, which is really cool. And they actually have sort of flat feet, but with that ankle joint, you can give them the high heel. So that's new for me. It's kind of neat when you get a new doll. You can kind of look at it and see exactly how they are built. It's kind of neat to see that. I did want to point out that the skirt has like the little piece of fabric that you put like between the legs so it kind of stays in place. A lot of rainbow high clothes do that, and I really appreciate that because it does help keep it kind of in the spot that it's supposed to be in. And here she is in her second outfit. And I actually went ahead and took her headband off just to kind of give her a different look. And I actually tried it with the necklace, but it hid the t-shirt too much, I thought. Like, especially this kind of cool ripped like detail. So I decided to just leave that off. And then she has her shoulder bag, which is really kind of hard to keep on her shoulder without like kind of propping her hand on it. But that is really cute. I love it. And you can even pair it along with this on top of the t-shirt, but I think I'm gonna not do that at the moment. Maybe I'll do it for photos. But what I do want to do is try out the look that I wanted to try out, which I think is probably going to be the one that I keep her in. And, you know, I kind of like the belt. I might try to... I don't know if the belt would look right around the skirt, but I kind of want to try it. But I thought this purple and green would go so well together. This is a really cool fashion piece, this overcoat, because it feels like velvet. And then it has like this laser cut detail that they do to a lot of velvet can be like laser cut, apparently. I think I've seen that many times before, even with some Halloween costumes. It is really hard to get this back on. I don't know if their hands come off, and I haven't bothered to try because I don't want to break it. But if you know if their hands come off, let me know in the comments so that I can remember that for the future if I ever review more of these dolls, or if I just want to undress her and redress her as part of my collection. I think this is how I'm going to have her on display, because just represents all three of the witches for me. I love it. And then give her the Binks bag, because then we have the whole thing. I love it. She looks so good this way. Oh, and give her the necklace too. So that way, yeah, there we go. That's a nice complete look. I don't know if the belt will work, but let's try to take this belt out of the pants and see if I can. I love these pants though. I kind of want to keep her in the pants, but I really like the skirt and the knee-high boots so much. All right, so the belt does come off, and I don't know if it's gonna work around this. It might be too big. It only has like the one hole. A lot of times belts with dolls will come with like multiple holes in it. Yeah, that doesn't really look right. So we're not gonna do the belt with the skirt. It would have been cool if the skirt had belt loops, and then you could put the belt on the skirt as well. So, but yeah, I think she's super pretty in this outfit. So we're gonna go ahead and keep her in this outfit. That is so cute. And you can see like she kind of represents all three of them at this point. So I love that. I love that so much. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and unbox the three of these. I'm going to just get them all unboxed and set up on their stands. And then I will review each one of them separately, starting with Winifred and probably ending with Binks. All right, so we got all three of them out of the box. It wasn't too difficult. And here's what it looks like. It looks like the room with the cauldron in it. I'm going to remove all this plastic so that I can use this as like a backdrop to take photos for all the dolls today, including the Disney ily one. I think that would be really, really cool. And it's huge. I love this. This is a really cool display. I'm going to keep the whole box for this because it's just too cool to toss, you know. It's so fancy, including this. This is the authenticity, like certificate of authenticity from Mattel Creations. And it is super velvety and feels so soft. It's really cool. I've never seen one like this before. From the makers of Monster High Skullector, Disney Hocus Pocus, it certifies that your Monster High Skullector Hocus Pocus dolls materialize through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. Rebecca Shipman is the doll designer. So that is really cool. And it has the year 2024 because that's when they were released. So we're going to start with Winifred Sanderson. And I love these dolls. They are so well made. Each of them has a doll stand. I noticed the one for Sarah has a really thin waist clip, and then the one for Winifred and Mary have like this thicker waist clip, and then this is what all the doll stands look like. I think this is the typical Monster High design. It would have been cool to see like a special design for these, but I'm not mad. I think it's you're not looking at the stand. So here is Winifred in all her glory. Look at her beautiful face. She has like the little buck teeth. Oh, she's so pretty. And she has like this iridescent eye makeup on her eyes. And it's so pretty. And she has skelet earrings on both ears. They're the same. They're like a cameo, but it's a skelet, like a skull. I think it has the bow on it. Oh, maybe it doesn't. It looks like they're just skulls. It's like the skeleton from Monster High, but without the bow. And her hair is super nice. It's up in these two little poofs. It's like little pigtail poofs. It's kind of hard to see. You can probably see it better from here. So yeah. And it's soft where it doesn't have any hair gel, but I'm not going to redo that. I think it looks fine just the way it is. I will say these dolls remind me a lot of Ever After High, but without the really big heads that Ever After High had. Because of the way they did the outfits, it feels like Ever After High. It has this rubber piece that goes over top of the dress that's got so much design to it. It's very elaborate and has stars and moons. It's so cool. And then it has like the collar, a very Elizabethan looking collar. Her dress also has crescent moons and stars and all kinds of design elements, some skulls. And then she has like purple accents, which is really pretty. Like there's like these little areas like this on the fabric too. And this is all just one piece, the dress. And then the plastic part can come off. And she actually has a little bit of design on the front, but I think it's just the way the fabric was used, because I'm sure this fabric is probably not specific to where all the patterns are for each doll. So she does have long, pointy, claw-like fingernails. And then she has these stockings that only go up to the knees, and they're like a kind of a toxic neon green. I love it. And then she has these awesome boots that have the points. Ooh, it's thundering. We don't get thunder in the Pacific Northwest very much, so I think it's just cool that it's thundering while I'm reviewing these dolls. All right, so her boots have object heels. I think her one boot might have some glue on it. I'll have to, or it's melted. Oh, you know what? I think that's actually melted. That's interesting. That's a bummer. But this heel is the statue of Winifred when she turns to stone at the end of the movie. And then this one is just Billy's gravestone, I believe. Oh, it has doors. Okay, it might say something on it too. I don't know. But it has like, it's like a mausoleum kind of door. You see that right there? That's cool. And then on the other side, yeah, it's Billy's gravestone. It has like, I think it's probably his name on there. And the skull and crossbones. So that is really cool. Billy, I would love for Monster High to make a Billy Monster High doll to go along with these. Billy Butcher, was it Billy Butcherson, I think? Or William Butcherson, known as Billy. That would be awesome. They should totally make one. And they'll probably make it a girl, because that's what they do to a lot of the male horror dolls. But I would love to see a Manster as Billy to go with these. That would be awesome. So as far as articulation goes, I didn't really go over it, but she does have the head tilt and turn. She has the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and I believe the hands can come off, but I haven't tried. But Monster High, you usually can take the hands off. I just didn't want to try it. She's kind of hippie. She has like big hips. I like that. She can sit, and she can actually sit really well. The knees can go down really far, and they spin. No ankle joints on Monster High like we had with that Illy doll, though. But isn't she amazing? Like, I love that. I like the way I posed her just now. All right, and then here is Mary, and she has the same thick waisted doll stand. And Mary, her hair is plastered because this is her hairstyle in the movie, and you definitely want to keep it that way. But look at her beautiful face. It has this like iridescence to it, and she has the little like sideways kind of smirk and a little mole, and she has a spider web and spider detail on her collar. I feel like that should have been for Sarah because there's the whole part in the movie, and that's a good segue. I made Halloween cookies. Here is a plate of them. Let me put her back on her stand real quick, and then we'll go over the rest of her. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is pouring rain. I hope we don't lose power. Wow. It's thundering. I don't know if you can hear that either. But I made Halloween cookies today, and they are themed for Hocus Pocus. So we have Billy coming out of his gravestone. And it says, R.I.P. I am a terrible cake and cookie decorator, so don't judge me. And then I have this kind of generic purple cookie that has a black cat on it and an eyeball. And the black cat is supposed to be for Binks. You see that? I love that. And then lastly, this is what made me think of the cookies, is we have this spider cookie. And it is such a pretty spider, as Sarah would say. So let's eat it. It's a gummy spider. It is really good, actually. And I tried one of the cookies from earlier, the tombstone cookie, and it is delicious. I will put a recipe down below in the description of my video if you want to make sugar cookies. This is a recipe that my mom used to make when I was a kid, and I still make them every once in a while. And it's called Echel's Sugar Cookies, and it has an icing recipe for them. Very easy to make, and you can cut them out with cookie cutters. And that's what I did for Halloween this year. I haven't made cookies in a long time, and I really wanted to do that for Hocus Pocus, just to celebrate the dolls and to watch the movies for Halloween. All right, back to the doll. So she also has like cameo skull earrings. I think they all have the same earrings. And I think that's supposed to kind of be like a callback to the movie, where I think they have a cameo of their mothers, if I'm remembering right. I could be wrong. She has this really cool dress. It has like this black lace around it, and it also has the moons and stars, and she has the black and white stockings. And she has a lot of spiderweb details on her dress. And then she has an object heel that's the cage that they put children in the movie. And the other object heel is a vacuum, because she flies around on a vacuum because she couldn't find a broom. And I love these black witchy boots. They just look so cool. Now, she has all the same articulation as her sister, but she has kind of a different hand. She has this kind of claw hand, which I think is really cool. It's only the one hand, though. So that is Mary. And I love Mary. Kathy Najimy plays Mary. Bette Midler plays Winifred. And Sarah Jessica Parker plays Sarah, which I thought was funny that they both have, both the character and her have the same name. And so now we're going to take a look at Sarah. Sarah's my favorite I love her. She sings the song to lure the children, and the song is beautiful. I love it. And here is her stand. And you can see it's really thin-waisted because she's a very thin-waisted doll. Now, she has a long dress, so she doesn't have stockings. She just has boots that look a lot like Mary's. She has really long, beautiful blonde hair, and it's very soft. They all have saran hair, I believe. I know this is definitely saran. And then she kind of has two just normal Monster High hands. And there's her beautiful face. She has the dark eye makeup with the purple smoky eyeshadow. And I think they actually do have some like stars in their eyes. Let me see if I can get a good close-up. Yeah, so she has little stars in her eyes. I think they all do. And she also has a little mole. And then her rubber over piece looks also like spider webs, which is awesome. And then she has this purple like tulle over hers. And then, of course, she has object heels too. And let's see, what are hers? So she has the black flame candle on this heel, which is the candle that if you light it and you're a virgin, you bring them all back from the dead. And then this heel, I can't tell what this is. What is that? Oh, it's the cauldron. It's the cauldron bubbling over with like a stir stick in it. That is really, really cool. These dolls are amazing. I am so glad that I was able to get them last year, and I'm glad I waited until now to open them because it's just so fitting for Halloween time to open these dolls up. So let's get them all in frame. There we go. And I also have my custom doll here. This is Goblina Lanterna, and she is a goblin lantern monster. And I made her. There's a whole video. If you want to see that as part of my Halloween festivity videos, I will put a link to it in the iCards. So, she's awesome. I love her. I want to make a lot more custom dolls now. But last, and definitely not least, we have Thackeray Binks in his cat form. And he also has little stars in his eyes, and he's adorable. He doesn't stand up very well, though. He falls over a lot. But I want to give a him to this doll because look at how awesome they look together. Like, now she has a little pet black cat. I don't know if she can hold it. She can, well, no. Maybe if she goes like this. There we go. So she has this adorable black cat familiar now. So I think I'm going to name this doll because these dolls don't really have a name. And I'm going to name her Danny after Danny from the Hocus Pocus movies, who's the little girl in it played by Thora Birch. So, and there we have it. That is the Hocus Pocus dolls. Well, she was out of frame that whole time. They are gorgeous. If you're able to get them anyway and you don't have them, I definitely recommend it. And I really recommend this doll. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous doll, and I love red-headed dolls, so very, very cool. I can't wait to keep them all on display for Halloween, and then they'll just go into my collection too because I love Halloween all year round. So you'll have to tell me who was your favorite Sanderson sister doll today. Tell me what you think of this I Heart Hocus Pocus ily doll. Would you like to see me review more ily dolls on my channel? Leave a comment down below because there are some that I would love to pick up from the past and also some of the newer ones, especially the Maleficent one. If you want to see a review for Maleficent, leave a comment down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did and hype it up if you can. Also, share the video if you know anyone who wants to see this ily doll or maybe just want to see these awesome Monster High Hocus Pocus Sanderson sister dolls. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications. And have a very happy Halloween. And until next time, take care out there. I love you guys. Bye. A special shout out to all my members. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to all my subscribers, new and old. Without you, these videos would not be possible. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.